Ready to fire the town on your order, sir.
The town? Burn the church.
There's no honor in this.
Didn't you say all those who stand against England deserve to die a traitor's death? Burn the church, Captain.
Yes, that's right. Follow the orders of the Knights of Malta. Oh, and don't forget the Federal Reserve Bank, controlled and profited by the Rothschild dynasty. And don't forget the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. It's called Rigged to Detonate the Debt Bomb. Simply implemented by martial law. They take innocent civilians and throw you in jail and add a little electricity. Take this incident. Asia governments were forced to drain their reserve banks in an effort to prop up their currencies, turning the original fear into a reality. Now, these countries really were going broke. The market responded with more panic. In 1 year, 600 billion had disappeared from the stock markets of Asia. Wealth that had taken decades to build. And isn't it interesting that the Pentagon, where the missile hit, all of a sudden, $2.1 trillion goes up in flames. No accountability. We don't even know where the money went. The crisis in Asia provoked desperate measures, and even in Indonesia, impoverished citizens stormed urban stores and took what they could carry. In one particular horrific incident, a shopping mall was caught on fire while it was being looted, and hundreds of people were burned alive. In South Korea, television stations ran a massive campaign calling on citizens to donate their gold jewelry so that it could be melted down and used to pay off the country's debt. In just a few weeks, 3 million people had handed over necklaces, earrings, sports medals, trophies. At least one woman donated her wedding ring, and a cardinal donated his golden cross. The television stations ran, "Give away your gold," on game shows. But even with 200 tons of gold collected, enough to drive down the world price, Korea's currency continued to plummet. As had happened during the Great Depression, the crisis led to a wave of suicides as families saw their life savings disappear, and tens of thousands of small businesses shut their doors. In South Korea, the suicide rate went up by 50% in 1998. The spike was steepest among people over 60, with older parents attempting to lessen the economic burden on their struggling children. The Korean press also reported an alarming increase in family suicide pacts in which fathers led their debt-ridden households in group hangings. Authorities pointed out that since only the family's leader's death is classified as suicide while the rest are listed as murderers, the actual number of suicides is far higher than the statistical release. And believe it or not, in California, 2009, a father struggling to find work and can't feed his family simply shoots his 4 children and his wife and himself. Now it seems crazy that our general relief here in California is only $239, and you have to pay back every penny you buy, and you can only borrow up to $239 if you even qualify. You can't have more than $57 in the bank, and if you have a car that's worth more than $1,500, you can't borrow a dime from the general relief fund. And the food stamp program, you can't seem to get online because the people down there, run by the Attorney General, little Hitlers, can't seem to work an internet system to help these individuals who don't have gas to get down to their little 9 to 5 all-day affair waiting in line for these individuals and families that need help. So all we can do now is demand that our Congress members start to do their jobs a little bit better, and I highly recommend that everybody start writing letters of how to make this system more smooth and adequate before we all go down in flames.